By Michael Kavanagh. Michael Kavanagh, writer-artist for comic riffs, covering visual storytelling, cartoon art, illustration, comedy, satire and animation. Email bio. Follow September 12 for the second time in a month. Australian cartoonist Mark Knight of Melbourne's Herald Sun is coming under fire for how he renders black people. Over the weekend, Knight published his reaction to Saturday's US Open women's final, and in doing so, summoned the vile imagery that was largely popularized during the Jim Crow era. Shame on racist Mark Knight. The cartoonist for Melbourne's Herald Sun. The cartoonist depicted Williams with grotesquely racist features, and showed her stomping on her tennis racket and spitting out a pacifier, while the referee and opponent are depicted as calm, slender white people picked. Twitter.com Hauptneku, Stone Cold, at STNNECOLD 2050, September 10, 2018. I'm not going to even RT that image the cartoonist did of Serena Williams, and even of Naomi Osaka. It is ridiculous. Too early in the morning for that BS. Aaron Ashley Simon, at Aaron Assimond, September 10, 2018. In the new cartoon, which mocks the heated exchanges between runner-up Serena Williams and chair umpire Carlos Ramos, Knight depicts the 23-time Grand Slam champion as a pacifier-sucking young child throwing a tantrum. The umpire says to eventual champion Naomi Osaka, "Can you just let her win?" In doing so, Knight draws facial features reflecting the dehumanizing Jim Crow caricatures so common in the 19th and 20th centuries. Knight's cartoon conjures up a range of such caricatures that were branded on memorabilia and popularized on stage and screen of the era, including the minstrel show character Topsy born out of Uncle Tom's Cabin, as well as the title character in 1899's Little Black Sambo. Such caricatures were parodied in the 60s by underground comics creator Art Crumb through his character Angel Food McSpade. And Spike Lee, who, while attending an earlier US Open round, hailed Williams' greatness as on par with Muhammad Ali's, created a powerful montage of such racist pop culture caricatures in his 2000 film Bamboozled. On Wednesday, the Herald Sun provided its response to critics of the cartoon by doubling down. The newspaper republished Knight's Serena Williams image as part of a front-page montage of Knight caricatures, including of President Trump, with a headline "Welcome to PC World" and the text, "If the self-appointed censors of Mark Knight get their way on his Serena Williams cartoon, our new politically correct life will be very dull indeed." The cover includes the cheeky label "Satire-Free Zone." Tomorrow's at the Herald's front page tonight. Number Osful number Springst pick. Twitter.com Tunalku, Damon Johnston, at Damon Heraldson, September 11, 2018. Knight has not responded to the Washington Post's request for comment. In Saturday's women's final, Ramos charged Williams with 3 violations, including a game penalty, as Osaka, the 20-year-old rising star who is of Japanese and Haitian descent, went on to defeat Williams in straight sets. Knight's end-up of that match is being criticized for how he caricatured both finalists. His Osaka figure, given her light skin, thin frame and entirely blonde hair, looks like a small white woman, some critics say. Author J.K. Rowling wrote on Twitter, "Well done on reducing one of the greatest sportswomen alive to racist and sexist tropes and turning a second-grade